Your willpower doesn't actually run out at night. Your brain physically loses the ability to generate it around hour 14 of being awake. Ever wonder why you can decline cake at a morning meeting, but stand in front of the fridge at 9 p.m. eating shredded cheese directly from the bag? Today, I'll explain night hunger like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll understand why your brain isn't broken and what's actually happening when control evaporates after dark. Your brain isn't weak. It's just running on fumes. You've been accidentally training your body to expect this exact meltdown every single night. This isn't about willpower at all. It's about biology. It's about three things happening simultaneously that you probably don't even realize. Think of your brain like a phone battery that drains all day. Every decision you make drains a little bit of juice. What to wear, what to say in that meeting, whether to reply to that text from your mom, whether to smile and nod when your coworker tells the same story for the fourth time. By nighttime, you're at 2%, and that's when a craving pops up. Your brain doesn't have the energy to fight it anymore. That's decision fatigue, and it's the reason you can turn down cookies at 10 a.m., but devour an entire sleeve of Oreos at 10 p.m. Now add this missing piece. If you ate light all day, maybe a yogurt for breakfast, a salad without much protein for lunch, your hunger hormones are screaming by evening. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, starts climbing steadily. Leptin, the fullness hormone, drops off a cliff. Your body is sending out SOS signals. You're ignoring them because you think you're being good. But here's the kicker. If you do this every single day, your body starts expecting food at night. It becomes your routine, your pattern, your normal. You've accidentally trained your hunger to spike at 8 p.m. the same way Pavlov trained dogs to drool at the sound of a bell. Your body isn't betraying you. It's just following the pattern you taught it. The common fixes people try, like just have more willpower or don't buy snacks, don't work because they ignore the real problem. You're underfueled and overdecided by the time cravings hit. It's like trying to run a marathon on a half tank of gas and then blaming yourself when the car stalls. The car isn't broken, you just didn't fill it up properly. You probably don't even realize how the deficit accumulates across the day until it's too late. Most people don't realize how little they're actually eating during the day. You had black coffee for breakfast because you were running late. A desk salad for lunch with maybe some grilled chicken if you're lucky. Then you powered through the afternoon on determination and maybe a handful of almonds. By dinner time, you've eaten maybe 800 calories, and your body needs closer to 1,800 just to function. You're not overeating at night, you're just catching up. Your brain is doing math you're not even aware of, and it's making you hunt for calories like your life depends on it. And biologically speaking, it actually thinks it does. This is why the night hunger feels so urgent, so physical, so impossible to ignore. This matters because you've probably spent years thinking you're broken. You've beaten yourself up every single night for ruining your day with that bowl of cereal or that leftover pizza. You've woken up feeling like you failed, but you're not the problem. The setup is. It's like trying to sprint uphill in flip-flops and then wondering why your feet hurt. Once you see that, everything changes because you stop fighting yourself and start working with how your body actually operates. Let's talk about the actual triggers. Too little protein at lunch is a huge one. Protein keeps you full and stabilizes your blood sugar. Without it, you're on a blood sugar roller coaster that crashes hard by evening. Not enough carbs or fiber? Same problem. Your body runs on glucose, and if you're skipping carbs all day because you think they're the enemy, your brain demands them at night, loudly, with zero patience. Stress eating is another major trigger. You had a rough day. Your boss was a nightmare. Your kid melted down in the grocery store. Now you're eating chips directly out of the bag because your brain associates food with comfort. That's not weakness. That's human biology doing exactly what it evolved to do. And then there's reward eating. You made it through the day. You survived. You deserve a treat. Except one treat turns into 3. And suddenly you've eaten an entire box of granola bars without tasting them. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's trying to balance the books after a day of restriction and stress. The problem is that it overcorrects, and you end up in a cycle that feels impossible to break. But here's what most people miss. The cycle isn't about the night eating. It's about what happened 12 hours earlier at breakfast. Here's what actually works. First, eat a high-protein anchor snack in the afternoon, somewhere between 3 and 5 p.m. Greek yogurt, a cheese stick, turkey slices rolled up with mustard, a hard-boiled egg, Something with at least 15 grams of protein that stabilizes your blood sugar before ghrelin spikes. This isn't a diet trick, it's basic biology. You're giving your body what it needs before it starts screaming for it. Think of it like plugging your phone in at 30% instead of waiting until it dies. The difference in how the rest of your evening feels is dramatic. Second, plan a dessert. Yes, plan it. Write it down. Put it in your phone. After dinner, I'm having 2 squares of dark chocolate. Tonight, I'm having a bowl of ice cream with strawberries. When it's planned, it's not a spiral. It's a decision you made when your brain was at full capacity, not operating on fumes. You're not white-knuckling through the evening trying to resist. You're just waiting for the thing you already know is coming. The anticipation becomes part of the enjoyment instead of a source of anxiety. Third, create a kitchen-closed ritual that doesn't feel like punishment. Make a cup of tea, brush your teeth, put on a specific cozy sweater that signals bedtime mode. Wash your face. Do something that tells your brain, we're done eating, and that's okay. The day is over. It's not about restriction, it's about closure. You're not locking yourself out of the kitchen like a criminal. You're just creating a boundary that feels good. The ritual gives your brain a clear transition point instead of leaving the evening open-ended. Now here's the part nobody talks about. This isn't about perfection. Some nights, you're going to eat the whole bag of popcorn anyway. Your kid is going to melt down. Work is going to be a disaster. And that's fine. One night doesn't erase progress. You're not starting over. You're just having a human moment. The goal isn't to never eat at night. It's to stop feeling out of control when you do. It's to stop waking up the next morning drowning in shame over something as normal as eating food when you were hungry. This also works for people with kids, weird work schedules, or night shifts. Real life is messy. You're eating leftovers standing at the counter. You're doing your best with what you have, and that's enough. The principles still apply. Protein in the afternoon. A planned treat. A signal that the kitchen is closed. Adjust it to your life. Don't try to fit your life into some influencer's aesthetic meal plan that assumes you have infinite time and 0 responsibilities. Here's what you need to understand. You're not broken. You're not lacking discipline. You're not weak. You're just working against your biology instead of with it. Night hunger isn't a character flaw. It's a signal. Your body is trying to tell you something. And instead of listening, you've been telling it to shut up and trying to muscle through. That doesn't work. It never has. Your body wins. Every time. The sooner you stop fighting that reality, the sooner you can build a system that works. To recap, your brain is a phone battery, and by night it's at 2%. So cravings win. Decision fatigue is real. Undereating during the day trains your body to expect a feast at night. Protein at lunch matters. Carbs and fiber matter. Planning your dessert removes the chaos. A kitchen-closed ritual gives you closure without punishment. And none of this is about perfection. It's about working with your body instead of fighting it every single night. What would change for you if you stopped seeing night cravings as a personal failure and started seeing them as data about what your body needed earlier in the day? Drop your answer in the comments because I think we've all been blaming ourselves for the wrong thing.